It's been a minute since I posted a video, so I wanted to come and check in on you guys and see how your journal challenge is going. We're halfway through the month and less than a week away from Christmas. That's wild. 2020 is coming to an end fast and furiously. And just wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about fear and legacy. That has been the theme in my own personal journal entries, as well as gratitude that kind of spilled over from Thanksgiving. So my thoughts on fear and legacy is that is what I have inherited, and that is my motivation to change. Meaning, I discovered that I have inherited the fears and anxieties of my mother, of my grandmother, and God knows who else down in my family line. Now, throughout the years, these last three, almost 4 decades of my life, I looked up to these women as somewhat heroines. They pushed against the odds and they persevered and they were strong. And in some cases, they may still be. But there were things in their lives that were incomplete because of fear that may have pushed them into greatness, but fear got in the way. And I don't want to get into specifics because I love my mommy and I love grandma. And it's not about them, it's about the results of their actions or inactions on my life and their legacy that they passed on to me, and the recognition of that. And I feel like that is the first step to change, is recognizing where your own fear comes from. Is it your own? Is it inherited? People ask me when they find out my struggles with social anxiety, where did it come from? Were you teased as a kid? Were you bullied? What happened? Where did it come from? And I don't know. For the most part, I was the bullier. Is that a word? I was the bully. I was the one who teased other kids, and I was the quote unquote problem child for my mom, always getting into trouble because I was that kid. And then it turned around somewhere, and I don't necessarily understand why, and I don't know where that demarcation was. Was it in early childhood? Was it in my pre-tween, teen age, or teenage or young adult? I really don't know. Um, I have some inkling because of pushing in therapy and coaching and such, but I don't know if that's just suggestion because as speaking as a coach myself, sometimes you look at other people's situations and issues from your own perspective. So knowing that, let's say for instance, I may have had some trauma as a child, then I may seem to assume that anyone else who has a similar issue may have had some trauma in their childhood as well. Knowing logically that that may not be the case, it may not be true, but that's my experience, and that's how we all look at life, is through our own experiences. But going back to this idea of fear and legacy, I am now motivated to change for my legacy. Someone mentioned a while back, looking at my photos, that your aunt's a badass, or your aunt's a baddie, or something like that. and referring to me, which I never would put two and two together. But one day, hopefully, I'm going to have a child who will have a child. And they're going to look back at these videos. They're going to look back at my social media. They're going to look back at photos and journal entries and the things that I've left behind. They say, Grandma was a badass. Grandma did this and Grandma did that. And that blood is running through my veins. And it's going to empower them. Or at least that's my hope. And that is why I'm motivated to let go of the fear. We all have our own reasons. But let your legacy be yours.